Yeah.
It's got to give them some motivation that they do not want to be there again. That was a very scary situation.
That definitely, you do know.
Well, right now it's going to be a tough one. Dignitas picking up Shiphtur and ZionSpartan, who have played quite well. We can see Rip roaring through the bans. Caston will not be in this game.
Early TF ban there, right off the bat. Very, very interesting. Some inside info coming from EG.
Oh, man.
ZionSpartan Jax.
I don't know if Dignitas had the same ideas, Coach, as we're going to get Zion off of the carries, but looks like they're going to let him do that carry position.
Yeah, that would be no surprise. That first ban TF still bugging me. I think they really see Pobelter as one of the biggest stars of this team, and they don't want him to be able to influence other lanes very easily. Taking out the TF. TF is not really a lane counter to anybody, so it's mostly about those mid-game movements and being able to cover large distances very quickly. Having him on your team just makes any sort of movement very easy for you to pull off and gives you a lot more pressure in the two side lanes.
Maybe a possibility of they've been scrimming a TF Nocturne, something that they can cancel kind of with the TF.
Could be banning out a specific strategy from scrims, you're right.
Trying to find out who they can hit first. So far, it looks like Pobelter is going to be the one on that, but like we said, could be the overall strategy as KiWiKiD, again, looking to get some play time here on the second day of Super Week in the summer split. InnoX looks like he'll be carrying top lane himself. He gets to carry with Lee Sin, so we're going to have a good fight if we get another lane matchup on all the lanes.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. He's been very outspoken about liking the carry junglers much more. Now, he could switch with Snoopeh as well. He could be the KiWiKiD. He's used the top lane KiWiKiD already. So either of those two champions could go in either spot. However, Snoopeh, he doesn't really come off as a Lee Sin player for jungle, so I expect it to be in InnoX hands. And that being said, attack speed slow is always great against Jax. Meanwhile, Crumbzz is pretty much left with Elise for his jungle. Not a bad thing. He really enjoys the champion as well. I haven't seen him use the heavy cooldown reduction new Elise since the changes, though. So that might be a good move by EG, putting Crumbzz onto the newer Elise. Haven't seen him whip it out anytime recently.
Lulu does get locked in. Most likely going to Shiphtur as we see the Thresh on the board. Pobelter, I'd say, pretty decent Orianna. Overall, his general mechanics between his champion pool, which is quite large, is pretty big. He can play it just above that average to pro level. I don't know if he feels sure enough to pull this one into the game.
Well, they do like him on more support mid laners that have shields of some kind so that they can make up for the lack of tank, with InnoX loving to play carry top laners. Orianna definitely does fill that role, allowing more resistances and shields from the ball. Plus, they have so many opportunities to actually get the shockwave in there. Well, the way it's looking, though, they might want to use that shockwave defensively because they don't have a lot of protection for Twitch. Just a kickback from Lee Sin and defensive Pobelter play. The West Rice shout out, hovering over the Malphite.
There's the Elise getting locked in. KiWiKiD is going all the way to A to Z. And he'll finally lock something in. See what he wants for this game. You know, KiWiKiD, for a lot of his aggression, being able to control a lane quite well. And why not pull out the Draven?
Talk about aggression. This lane gains a lot from playing very far up in the lane. Thresh, every single soul will be his, and KiWiKiD can stack up all of the adoration that he needs. Now, them running into a Twitch lane. Let's see what Krepo wants to run into Thresh here. Zyra has been a good choice. He's a really big fan of Morgana, though. And Morgana does as well provide similar things. She has pick potential as well as disengage. Little bit more shield there for Twitch. They can keep him safe from the Counter-Strike stun from Jax, so that would be huge for them, actually. Black Shield in this situation really does protect against all of the CC from Dig. Anything landing from
good
Dig
for safety.
Could be nullified from a quick Black Shield from Krepo. Krepo has to be right on point, though, and target anybody who does get caught out.
So they lock in this crowd control assassination team on the side of Evil Geniuses and just a well-rounded in-your-face fight squad. The Draven being picked up, the Jax as well. A wild growth to go on the Jax as he jumps in. It's going to be a pretty big team fights.
I like this matchup because both teams went with heavy damage top laners.
Yeah.
You got Lee Sin, who's very strong at split pushing, and Jax as well. Lee Sin definitely has advantage early. We'll see if InnoX can leverage that into some early power for EG.
And that Altec using the hand warmers already. He's a shoo-in. He knows what he's doing. Let's take a quick trip over to lolesports.com to see who you've been voting for to take this game, which 77% of you are predicting Dignitas will take the W here, even with EG's new addition. But you still have a chance.
Yeah, and we will also be checking in later with the Twitter vote throughout this game. So send your picks by tweeting at LOL Esports and using either the hashtag DIGWin or EGWin.
A lot of eyes on to Altec. Didn't see anything in the AD carries focused. Hasn't been something lately. But we also haven't seen too much Draven. Something that Cop, both KiWiKiD were playing towards the end of the season. So we'll see if that lane domination has kind of been forgot about here, as Altec, known to be quite an aggressive guy himself in lane. And now with Krepo, could definitely put that extra oomph that they need to take down a Dig 2 squad.
Krepo definitely talking to him calmly there.
Yeah.
Trying to keep his nerves under control
Yeah.
as he is fresh to the LCS stage here. He's played up there for Challenger Series, but
Right.
this is North American LCS. Much higher pressure.
It's
See
not,
if it gets to him.
You know that everything you do has weight to it right now. More so than ever before in a debut. Altec now, the pressure on, really more than anybody else. EG also getting behind him for this one, so definitely not in it alone. We'll see what the teams decide to do. And so far, it's looking for a swap so they can give Altec an easier time in lane.
Crumbzz starting with a real ward here. One of the
And
few vision advantages. He can place it down either defensively, and it will actually stay there to see out a delayed invade, or they can get full vision on one of the buffs here from EG. He walks right past the ball. Really wants to get this down.
Pobelter just staying in range. You can see his indicator in that orangish to red. He's got a little bit more range to move, but he's safe for now with this top lane Quattro waiting. Oh man, Crumbzz getting a good ward
And
in
he
here. So
forces
nobody
it.
sees that that ward was placed. They did know that they went in the brush, so they don't know where the ward is. They just figure it's somewhere around red.
Yeah, the thing is, they saw his inventory, so they know that
Right,
he
that it is a
had
ward,
real
yeah.
ward too. So that's 3 minutes. They will be aware of.
EG, last time they did this, remember that ward they saw get placed in the brush just to the left of InnoX, and they went to the top lane and kind of hovered there for a second. They're always a team that tries to get an upper hand here. Dignitas is going to start
They're hovering their jungler around the top side, though. Will they try and stop this delayed invade? They're definitely expecting it. And Crumbzz starting on this top side. It would be hard for them to defend it. I mean, they just don't have the numbers. They're 80 carry and support
Wow.
bottom.
They pinged that with perfect timing, knowing that it was going to go down. Not
Take it.
following it. Yeah, ride it in, the Lee syndrome. He does not decide to. So it looks like blue is going to be taken away as they formulate on the side of Dignitas. Do the same.
Yeah,
EG's blue.
that is the most common start now that we've seen with the new trinkets. Lowest risk, pretty much. So that's what a lot of people have been defaulting to. Quick answer there from Dig, though. He'll just be a little bit behind.
See how they take to the jungle. Usually it's the top and jungler. Some split and allow them to farm the Wraith camp alone and the other, depending on who your champion is. Right now, ZionSpartan is going to be doing that alone, all by himself. Snoopeh and InnoX sharing right now. And really looking to get an assassination out with Snoopeh. We know him as kind of somebody that helps to snowball lanes and not get himself going early. So we'll see how the Kha'Zix goes.
They leave up the small camp, and then they go back and clear it. So they have the exact timer. This is such an interesting little mind game they've done here. Dignitas, when they go see that camp is cleared, they'll assume it was immediately cleared and just go with the standard 7-minute, 10 seconds or whatever time for a respawn. However, because they left a small minion there for another 30 seconds or so, what was that, another 45 maybe even? They're going to delay that spawn at a very weird time. So EG do have the timer for this second blue buff, but it's not what you would expect, even if Dig do go by and see that it was cleared out. Very, very smart early jungle play right there.
Teleport to the top lane by Zion. He's going to stay safe here. Quas did the same thing, and they're actually starting to fare well if they can keep enough vision and keep that opposing jungler out of the side. Like you said, Kobe, going to keep an eye on that 7-minute plus mark when we are going to see Diggs Blue spawn again. Very interesting play from EG early in the game. Now with Snoopeh towards the top lane, they didn't exactly go for the gank onto ZionSpartan, but they're going to push him out.
Decent damage to it. Just trying to zone him from the experience, though. That's what they'll get. It's all about the creep wave denial.
Nice clear out. Crumbzz brought the sweeper, as we said. Had a regular ward to start the game. A good glitter lance slow. Repel in, get the shield on. He's actually been polymorphed, so they get the crowd control a little stacked on top of each other there. They're still able to push Pobelter out of lane.
So because junglers showed top here for EG, Crumbzz knew there would be no counter gank. However, they only get exhaust out. Still flash available for Pobelter.
Looks like Shiphtur behind just about a wave already.
Ooh, what a collapse.
Throwing out glitter lances. Snoopeh from the backside. InnoX is there as well. They got to be careful if KiWiKiD gets a good play. It's going to be ZionSpartan with the upper hand here. Black Shield is already out of the fight. InnoX is right in the middle. The #1 focus. Oh, KiWiKiD picking up the kill for himself.
Sloppy collapse from EG. They saw the shove mid and tried to answer it, but mismatched timings of everyone's arrival to the mid lane. So half the team running away while InnoX is going in. They get caught up, and since Dignitas are all together, cohesive unit, they get the kill. KiWiKiD lands the hook. Great job there from Dignitas.
Oh, man.
Much more coordinated play. It's EG always trying to play catch up here. They're following them even through their own jungle.
This is very telegraphed. You can see everybody now trying to choose a path of escape route as they were all going for a kill onto InnoX, but he plays some tricky moves with a ward jump, gets himself to safety, and they even leave the turret up. It's prepped to be taken down whenever they want it, but still, you can keep Imaqtpie farming, good to go.
Impressive that the calls here from Dignitas are so coordinated, by the way, with switching out those 2 new players. So good start for them. Crumbzz definitely pretty happy with the way the new team is set up as well. He's definitely one of the more vocal members of the team, especially early game. Krepo and InnoX definitely want to answer here for Zion, though.
Zion using that wave to stay a bit safe from anything out of the brush, but he knows he can't go any farther than the tail end of it. Very dangerous position. Not a lot of vision to more than 3 members of the opposing team on the map. So he too could be lurking right in that brush, and he is more than correct.
Interesting that they left this turret so low, too. Dignitas have...
He's just toying with him.
Dignitas have 650 gold sitting there. 1 hit left on that bottom turret. Whereas the top turret, EG were not able to put as much damage down because it was just Altec up there farming. That turret will actually take a lot more work to take down, whereas Dig can easily tip this bottom one over with just sending down a little bit of pressure.
All right, so we see Pobelter throw down a ward just towards the bottom side of Dragon. Not a pink yet, but they could be setting up for whatever happens here. Coming out in about 40 or so seconds, 50 seconds as this blue spawns. And we'll see if their little mind game in the beginning pays off. Snoopeh's in the top lane for right now, 5 and 4 versus the same from Dignitas. KiWiKiD is more than happy to keep that pushed up. InnoX could get the leap on the flash and the Empower Strike. Second kill of the game for Zion. 1v1 the bot lane.
They both like to carry solo laners. And Zion, he goes
back in for that.
He goes to purchase, uses the item advantage as soon as he gets back. Forces the engage there with InnoX and shows his prowess there. InnoX, I believe his flash was blown from the earlier time where he died mid as well, so that would have saved his life. Zion definitely doing a good job taking advantage of the summoner spell, a discrepancy between the two, but that is a very, very bad sign for Evil Geniuses. If a Jax at level 4 is getting the kill solo on your Lee Sin, he's going to be a problem for the entire game now. He's going to be a persistent threat.
So the 7-minute blue buff just seemed to be a little bit of a mind game on the extended clear out there. They didn't go for it. Just wasting Dignitas' time as they go for theirs. 2 kills on the board here, 18 minutes in. It's about 1,000 gold lead for Dig, but the way they've been playing definitively, 1,000 gold lead can mean enough to start to take the game.
Well, the experience is even bigger here. Zion was 2 levels up InnoX before he just shared experience on the on the blue buff, which is very smart. You know, you get bonus comeback experience from those jungle camps. So InnoX really needed that to get back in this, and even be close to Zion.
Zion's okay in this situation. I don't know what they're trying to do right now. That's not going to be a good situation. Even with the Dragon's Rage from InnoX, they're not good. He is going to be able to get at least 1 kill. No, the safeguard. Oh! He pulled right to him and almost actually got Snoopeh killed. Zion knowing the game inside out.
Well, they also get a kill up top, so things are definitely falling apart for EG very quickly. And Dignitas are showing that with these substitutions, their laning phase has gotten so much better. They're strong in all 3 lanes now, just at the beginning of the game, and they take advantage of it. Not only do they get that last hit there from minions on the bomb turret that was about to fall over, but they've taken out the top one as well. Just low enough they can knock it over whenever they want. They can continue to leave it there, deny as many minions as they possibly can.
Oh my god. Gotta get those stacks. He's up to 25 right now. He just cast it.
Alright, so Altec takes a beating from KiWiKiD, and he's unable.
He tried to save Krepo,
He probably opens back up. Yeah, he opens back up here. But yeah, Krepo gonna go down for it.
Yeah, that's a good save. Support for the AD to stay alive. 10 minutes in, a 4-0. Clean cut as Dignitas is getting what they need here. 3,000 gold in the lead. Looks like they'll be able to do whatever they want at Dragon pretty soon once everybody gets back into the lanes. They have ward coverage. 2 pinks in the inventory. So with this turret going down to the top, actually, they prep and save. KiWiKiD is going to be able to farm it out.
Well, that being said, you know, all the action in the side lanes here. Mid lane. Shiphtur versus Pobelter, fairly uninhibited, and Pobelter has come out with a decent CS lead.
Yeah, he's held it
from the mid game, from the early game here. So they were right in focusing him with a couple bans.
EG still trying to put on a few initiations here, but just right off the cusp. Cannot seem to get them to hit.
Turret is down here, so if they go for this,
oh, they got it! Oh, he gets hit up! Oh, he didn't know Snoopeh was there! He could get himself or KiWiKiD killed right now, but it looks like they're going to be able to turn around a 2v3 situation with an assassin coming in.
They were definitely not on the same page once again. That was a very half-hearted gank from EG there. Didn't look like they really wanted to mess with KiWiKiD and
KiWiKiD.
And even all the taunting from KiWiKiD there.
Little sass.
They still scare him off 3v2. So Evil Geniuses seem to be falling apart at the seams here.
They have to be careful,
Not on
though.
the same page.
They did blow a lot of summoners just to get out of that, as they're trying to sass in the top lane. 12 minutes in, it doesn't seem like we have Kazakhs ready to gank
and they're
still.
Forcing it now.
Ultimate, I thought it was
this
down.
could turn very badly. They're forcing it up there. Everyone's still just waiting in the bushes.
It's not the first time either that they're waiting for something. We saw Krepo and InnoX in the bottom lane for quite some time, and then ZionSpartan was able to take out InnoX when they left. So Dig is more than happy to let these guys stand around in the brush. KiWiKiD still stacking up the CS. They've been even for quite some time, but now he's 100 to 86 as he's lost his support a few times here in this matchup, giving Dig the lead.
And you can see why they're happy to let EG stand around in brush. 21 CS Snoopeh Kazakhs, the 41 for Crumbzz.
Good
Crumbzz also has 2 assists to his name, helping at the lanes with kills. It's looking pretty dire here for Evil Geniuses.
Pobelter trying to get back, get more CS under his belt. He's been taking race to keep himself ahead of Shiphtur, which is still good. Orianna ults in the end of the game can definitely change the story. We'll have to see if Shiphtur can, or rather Pobelter can hit a few of those ultimates. Waiting for Dignitas to get back on the map. All teleports are up, and his dragon is down right now, so everybody's trying to get the waves clear. Just grab that pressure. Dig, pushing what they have right now. They don't really need to go outside of the boundaries at this point.
They have all lanes winning. They took with both side turrets, so next logical move is to move towards the last outer turret. However, that one is protected by Pobelter, who is the strongest member for Evil Geniuses. Been able to farm up a storm so far.
Oh, not much you can do to stop him from getting out of that. Speaking of Crumbzz, really... Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of bottom lane, good ward coverage, keeping ZionSpartan safe. And again, Snoopeh comes down I wouldn't say wasted time, a wasted gank on that one. They're not going to lose mid turret for it, which works out in favor of EG, but they are scrambling. That reactive play means you're behind.
They're very far behind. You can tell because even though Dignitas are spread out in all 3 lanes, getting 3 lanes worth of experience and spreading themselves thin, EG are still on the defensive inside their own jungle, collapsing to try and salvage at least the buffs for themselves. They've got the blue one. Can they get there in time to save this red one? Because they do have it pre-warded. And there's no smite for Dignitas. Crumbzz not in the vicinity. And he comes in just in time. There's no more hope for EG.
Getting all the stacks that he can. KiWiKiD hasn't been on Draven in a while, but it seems to be faring well. Dignitas is communicating themselves very well, especially having the solo lanes surrounding Crumbzz, as I was saying just before. Really coordinating right off the bat. It seems like they've been playing together forever.
They haven't even had to rely on too much intervention from other members of the team either.
Right.
Yes, they are coordinated and they've been making some strong moves early, but even solo, they've been able to handle not one,
Makes
but
job a
2
little easier.
people coming from EG to each lane here. Zion shoving up, doesn't even really need that much ward coverage.
No.
They have a little bit, but there's just so much pressure from the rest of the team at mid that he feels confident he can stay over there. And it's again, Dignitas taking everything by force.
EG moving power and numbers right now. They really can't activate anything until an objective comes up. And they have somewhat of a good fight if they can get Pobelter in with the ultimate. KiWiKiD looks like he's just going to start farming up small camps. Dignitas, like I said, leaving, like you said, leaving ZionSpartan to do what he wants.
The pressure has disappeared from the mid lane though. So you can push up like this when your team, like I said, is up at the turret. They're getting vision of your enemies. However, once your team backs from the mid lane and you're the only one pressuring EG, that's when you have to start to worry. That's when the solo queue people are like, "Oh, where's my team?" Well,
I got a little more time.
You need to back off as well. So he does the right thing, pulls back, and Dignitas do not have really anything to worry about right now. They have complete control of the game. As long as they don't misstep at this point, really all they have to do is continue to ward up because they're the ones with the end game jacks here in their hands. Yes, they have to fight against Twitch with the double shields, but they've got 4,000 gold at only 16 minutes with which to do that.
Definitely both teams with kind of an end game catalyst to push themselves into the victory column. Shiphtur with a clean push, Glitter Lance in middle. At 17 minutes in here, EG is definitely on the back foot, but wondering what to do. We see Krepo in the brush trying to throw out Dark Binding. Snoopeh's always with InnoX, but they can't.
Well, they've got a 3-man bush attempt here to try to shut down the Jacks. This could work. Ambush coming in from
There's
Twitch.
Flash still with the ward. No, his trinket's down. He doesn't have anything to throw for himself. They're using quite a bit here.
Oh,
this is going to be a great push in the bottom lane. He's keeping them totally distracted. This could be the second tier turret for KiWiKiD down there.
Zion is such a beast. 1 versus 2, he gets a kill and doesn't die. 3 people,
not gonna
he
get mid.
Still gets one in answer. He draws so much power from EG up to the top lane, and they only get a trade out of it. They lose the turret. This is Dignitas, again, pretty much running over the EG squad here. Now, we did see a good attempt, though. They tried to make something happen. They were making use of what was available to them. What do we have that Dignitas do not? We have the ambush advantage. We can use Twitch to try and pick off this solo laner. The only thing is Zion's so strong right now, he gets an answer kill. So,
and they're doing it right. They're going to the teleport, so he doesn't change the fight completely, but it's still not working. Zion just getting too big on the carries, makes his name known.
Oh god. What they have to do here for EG is play defensively, wait for Dignitas to come to a turret, and then they need a shockwave from Pobelter into a rat-a-tat-tat from Altec. But that doesn't work if Altec's toast.
Nope. A few more shots. The stand aside into the catch. Goes ahead and gets a nice bit of gold off of that as he cashes in. KiWiKiD having a great game at 2-0-0. The team in general just really playing solid. Sound game.
Well, he's able to cash in, as he said, so it's only going to get worse from here. Draven is one of those characters that when he gets an early lead like this big of a lead, you can't go at him either. Like, you need to send 3 people at Zion. You also need to send 3 people at Draven because he has so much lifesteal.
Oh, gosh.
2 people on Zion.
Jump it.
Actually, gonna get it.
Oh, so close. He tried to get in for the last attack, but you see how much it takes to get ZionSpartan to go down. Dignitas able to pick something up every time. They're really just kind of walking this one across the beach right now. Real relaxed. They know they're going to be in the base soon.
That was a good use of space there by InnoX, knowing the leap strike distance and finishing off the kill. But it's a small token for EG.
You can see
long road ahead of them.
InnoX still building, trying to get stuff that he can clear waves with. Goes with the Hydra in the first place. He's still going to die in these fights. There's not much they can do. They've been so kind of starved for gold, starved for a lot in this game. Dignitas always in their face.
We'll see, because they could pull out a miraculous shockwave.
Yeah,
to,
still have it.
AoE damage here, so the possibilities are there from EG. Now, we've seen that the picks aren't even a reliable source because 3-member trying to pick off somebody still gets turned around. So they really, really have to hope for Dignitas to funnel into a bad spot.
Right. 6,000 gold behind. Looking to get a win after a loss yesterday, and not, you know, everybody, we see the change of Yellow Pete to Altec. Then bottom lane, not necessarily a reason for the loss yesterday. The team kind of still wasn't getting together. A lot of teams said that will be somewhat of a problem or a hindrance learning in the new season with everybody being sub, with everybody coming in just recently.
Yeah, this won't be the best start for Altec.
Right.
A little disheartening going into another game like this and losing just as bad. However, like Complexity, EG were also expecting some growing pains. This split, expecting some losses and knowing that they are going to need to take those and learn from them. As we said, they just had tryouts. Their tryouts barely finished before the split started. So Altec is one of the freshest players that has been added to any of these teams, and he's a brand new to the North American LCS. So there's a lot that EG have to get used to and have to work through.
Definitely a different caliber, as well as KiWiKiD being one of those players that would really take advantage of that situation, would find every in that he could and get an inch every time. Right now, level 12 to Altec's level 10. He's keeping it safe at bay because the vision isn't too great to his right side. He's got escape vision here, but he'll just go ahead and farm it up. 192 to 144 there for the 80 carries.
Dangerous to go for the vision, and he pays for it.
Boop! Right on top of the noggin, Snoopeh gets a noogie, and it looks like he's going to go down.
Yeah, you're kind of forced into a lose-lose right there. Need to get vision. Oh, they've got vision, but they have no smite to steal it with, so.
Three wards in. That's a box and a half right there. Nobody's going to want to walk through it. Even Pobelter with a black shield on. A wild growth on a KiWiKiD. It's going to be the smite for Baron going over to Crumbzz. He goes down, but there is death raining down onto everybody right now. KiWiKiD forced to run. ZionSpartan with about 10 HP. He's healing up. The Tempest misses, so there's no Krepo follow-up. And it looks like ZionSpartan with the dip dive takes the Thresh Express to what might have got him killed. And I think it might.
Zion can go for it!
He gets the kill on to Altec. Very nicely done. I don't know if he's going to come up with another one, but you can see the swords on the kills mean shut down, so good gold going back and forth.
All right, Dignitas go back for another Baron. This one, though, they don't have that much damage at the moment. Look at the levels. As compared to Baron here, Baron's putting out a lot more than they can actually take. And we do get one of those great shockwaves that I was looking for. It was actually timed to try and steal Baron as well. So a very strong move from Pobelter. And it also lined them up for a lot of damage from Altec. So EG did get to use their AoE combo there. However, now that Baron is off the map, Dignitas will not be drawn to that area. They won't be putting themselves in that bad situation again. So it'll be a little bit harder to pull off that shockwave.
Worked a little bit better for him yesterday. Had a pretty nice Baron call to kind of switch the game. Or continue it, I should say.
Yeah, that one there, reminiscent of
Yep.
past Dignitas Barons.
Trying to replicate. Cannot get it to happen right away.
Yeah.
About 8,000 gold now for Dignitas. Kind of getting closed in by EG here. That Dragon was a huge, or Baron rather, was a huge surge for Dig. But the fact that they do not carry it anymore, except for Shiphtur here, means that EG may be able to get a few of those kills they need without that regen, without the buff on Dignitas.
Now, Dragon's a lot more tame in that it won't put out as much damage and get as low. However, it will force them to group up in a similar fashion. And Pobelter might be able to get off another team-winning shockwave.
Oh, the ball delivery system! ZionSpartan gets the wild growth immediately. InnoX is his focus, but InnoX, a little bit tankier now, is able to sustain those empowered shots as well as the strikes from Jax. Shiphtur gets hit up here. EG looking very good on the Dragon engage.
All right, the Dig group up again. Dig go down again. Great shockwave there. Snoopeh jumps right into KiWiKiD, and they take out the Fed Draven. So it's a 4 vs 5 right when they started off. And this is EG's comeback. We've seen so many comebacks. Yeah, look at that. He gets to do nothing.
Ate him.
But yeah, after that, the 4 vs 5, it's still another great follow-up from EG. They actually don't even lose anyone. And Snoopeh is able to keep slows on Lulu, and they're even able to get that. So that's what? 1, 2, 3. Was that 4 turrets or 3 turrets also after winning that team fight?
Kobe, I just said, I think the words 8,000 gold lead, 6,000 gold lead. It's just got closed, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
EG
Dig
coming
with
out
a couple bad
huge on
calls.
that.
Definitely cost him.
2 good shockwaves. Pobelter kept himself safe in lane. He kept farming. He's 0-0 and 7. He knew the team would need him, and they also called for him to be that guy they can get behind now. With the delivery system onto Snoopeh, that's going to be fast kills coming in, but Snoopeh's also has no tank items really except for that Hex Drinker, so his HP can go down quite quick.
Dig definitely getting a little ahead of themselves with the lead that they got.
Right.
They forgot about the one thing that can get EG back into the game. As I was saying, yeah, they could still pull off a great AoE combo, and they group up for 2 more AoE combos from EG around the 2 neutral objectives. Yes, they get both of them. They get the Baron, they get the Dragon, but they give EG a huge leg up. A lot of comeback experience, comeback gold, and now Pobelter's level 16.
I don't know if they had that follow-up. A good hit from Crumbzz. Whoa, big damage. Snoopeh goes in. He does get the kill going into KiWiKiD. They try to lock it down themselves, but 3 members had a full screen follow-up.
What are they doing? They have Jax down bottom with no teleport. What are they engaging for? That's... Great answer from EG, though. We can't take it away from EG. They're seeing these moves from Dig, and they're making the correct responses. They keep on getting the shockwaves, locking someone down, and using their damage to destroy Dignitas, make them pay for these calls.
Altec on the top side. Dignitas not really being able to, or really having the team to go into their kind of 1-3-1 split push that they would. Definitely a new formulation here that they're going with. 10-9, KiWiKiD looking to get some shots onto Snoopeh, maybe bait out something here. Ooh, that could have been even worse than he was hoping for. 27 minutes onto this one. 1 shot puts Snoopeh down to about 75% HP. And it looks like they are going to try to get what they can onto the turret. Krepo on the backside. Constant dark bindings, and he's going for damage too. Needlessly large rod, Phoenix Codex on top of the cooldown boots of Lucidity. He's going to be looking to throw out that pain. InnoX meets up with ZionSpartan to level down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, when you are down like that, it's correct option. You build more damage so that you can have a chance of coming back. If they make a mistake, you can punish them because you actually have built the damage and you can get the kills. Pobelter would play a huge part in them coming back. He's got the 3 main items you need for your AP carry at mid, and it shows. But Dignitas now, their teleport finally came back up on Zion. They split. They got one of the objectives.
207 to 182, a 6-4-1 score versus 4-3-4. For what InnoX went through in the beginning of the game, he's definitely pulled himself back in. Looks like EG needs to do the same with the rest of their members. It's definitely a glimmer of hope that they know is there now. With the fights that just happened, I'm sure Dignitas is feeling like they are on the back foot, even though they've been on EG's side of the map a little bit more recently.
And even though EG are behind, they may be happy Baron's coming back up. They need to get vision around it, though, if they want to make a similar play.
Backing right now to get some buys in before that Baron. Full team. Not sharing. I thought they were trying to share experience, but it's just Pobelter still farming. 323, highest in the game. They're going to go with the buddy system as they should right now. Any kills could definitely mean a push to an inhibitor.
Yeah, and look at what Dignitas have done. They've littered this red side jungle with wards. So they know what mistakes they've made, correcting them already. Don't want to make them again. They leave Zion split pushing bottom, get vision control around Baron, and force EG to be the ones with bad positioning. Now Dignitas, they need to spread out. They haven't been spreading out their damage threats well enough, because EG, every time they're jumping on them, getting an early shockwave on KiWiKiD, taking out that huge source of damage very early on.
Just 3. Not able to get the final hits on it. Dignitas, very good ward coverage yesterday within their games and was really a catalyst to the victory. Here, still trying to keep that up. You can see all the consumables in their inventory, even though they're so far up. Also leaving the breadcrumb wards so they can get out safely. Right now, it's all about this teleport that ZionSpartan could make and this pressure to Baron.
Also, the Elise and the Thresh, it's all for Dignitas. They're looking for the pick right now because they've successfully denied vision from EG. Now all they have to do is land a stun on someone who doesn't have black shield on them.
Says, oh yeah. Good little dodge out by Zion. This is a definitely I don't want to lose situation. It creates hesitation between both teams. They know this is getting tight. Snoopeh wasn't sure what that lantern was for, but now he knows. They're just trying to clear out the jungle. Make sure Dignitas doesn't have an upper hand. A fight within those jungle corridors would be huge for ZionSpartan if you can get there in time.
So as long as Dig just wait it out, don't start the Baron, they will get the dragon first quite easily. And they just buy time here. They can make EG more and more anxious.
4 of 4 dragons,
Time goes on.
1 of 1 barons. That is game control, if anything. But will they be able to finish it?
They get the objective, but they all die afterwards.
It happens. We'll see if they can change the end result of that situation. EG forcing it down mid here. This is very kind of Dig-esque. They're trying to dictate the game with a fast push down middle, but Dignitas is going to start roaming. They're actually quite far away from each other. Can KiWiKiD get another one? The safety of the Thresh Lantern helps Crumbzz, but he may have solidified his own death. But they actually do-si-do that one out. Spartan's going to be hit up by InnoX here, and like I said, InnoX was building damage. Both players have to watch out on that quick burst.
With that pick from EG, they actually forced the back from KiWiKiD, so the double split push gets stopped, and then Zion is forced to use his teleport to head off the other prong of Dignitas' attack. And they do not lose an inhibitor, they don't lose any turrets, able to stop the dual split push from Dignitas, and they've been able to get regain a bit of control around their red side jungle for the upcoming Baron.
Altec now going to start playing a big role as he starts to get his items finished. He actually went straight into that last Whisper after the Blade of the Rune King. Zeal is finished up there with another pickaxe as he's piecing more damage together. And we've seen the Pobelter ultimates. Nothing to be messed with. And 1,600 gold in his pocket. Lanes are all actually quite close. So that top lane, very good job by ZionSpartan in the beginning of the game. Has done what Dig hopes to be enough to really win the next fight. Their initiation looking for that wild growth Zion jump.
Well, he's a 3-item Jax now. He doesn't even, he's already past the point of the Blade plus Trinity Force combo. He's even got survivability now.
Yep.
So as long as he doesn't get hit with the shockwave, it's going to be a very strong fight from Dignitas. Because the Randuin's going to help him out a lot with Twitch. He already has Counter-Strike, so it's a good answer. But with Randuin's on top of that, he will have a pretty good time chasing down Altec. That black shield that we talked about, Champ Select, is really paying off. He's blocked all the CC, as we said.
Seeing what kind of items that Pobelter's packing with that Void Staff, he can really put out some pain. Not a lot of magic resistance, if any, looking across the board. Besides, KiWiKiD has been able to really be built up here. Shiphtur, obviously, with the Athene's Unholy Grail for that mid coordination when he was fighting against Pobelter. But everybody's going to be taking big damage. And Zion now looking to toy with InnoX. These teleports are actually
here.
up.
It's a pretty bold
Zion.
move to tank up under turret here, but he's going for it. And he's got full stacks of attack speed passive now.
Wow. He can now take out InnoX. This should not... Oh, okay, he actually hit the Q. I thought he was going to be within some minions to get out. There's a very nice random wins the Tempest. Cripple, no! He gets the execute on the resonating strike to go down. 11-9. InnoX now coming back into the game. We see him... Oh, my word! You almost took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was painful. KiWiKiD's got Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer combo.
That was painful to watch.
4-item Draven at 34 minutes.
You know what's bad when you wince
No
as the
armor
watch as the viewer?
on Snoopeh, yeah. So what can EG actually do with this power play? Because, you know, they gave up inhibitor turret for a 4 vs 5 situation on the map. However, they're so far behind. So risky to really go for anything. You definitely don't want to start Baron, but I was thinking maybe a smaller objective, like one of the buffs, or just pure ward coverage. An objective in itself could lay down some a little bit better vision.
Right.
They aren't able to take too much of an advantage, though, even with Jax being down. So Zion sacrificing his life to get that inhibitor exposed. I mean, it'll be so much easier for him to split push again versus InnoX. And right now, what that means is EG members need to start buying home guards because their base has already been breached. So just InnoX going up there is not going to be enough. He can't 1v1 Zion.
This could be big. Look at Altec, 5-2-1 on the game, just finishing the Phantom Dancer.
Now
the
fast.
critical cloak coming in there to give him a little bit more attack crit.
He goes for it! He goes!
Oh, he gets it! Snoopeh coming up huge with the Cosmic Smite. KiWiKiD's in the middle. He's going to be going down.
Whoa!
Dignitas could have just solidified this one at Baron for themselves. This will at least be another turret coming in here for Evil Geniuses. Crumbzz should go down in the effect. He gets the whimsy speed, 5 seconds of safety. There are no wraiths there to be taken, and it looks like InnoX will be able to get himself another kill. The Sonic Wave coming in, but ZionSpartan doing what he can now to meet with InnoX for a 1v1.
2 members down. They have Zion cornered. This could be 3
Pobelter.
members down. If he goes down quick enough, it could be the game.
This was big. ZionSpartan getting hit up. EG can't really push too much after this. We have members of Dig in the middle, pushing up the waves. The minions are at River.
Dignitas.
But huge play.
Oh my God, Baron will haunt them forever. Snoopeh just
That was an
barely
early
gets
spike.
there, jumps in with the ward. He just placed the ward down. My God, Snoopeh with a huge comeback for Evil Genius.
And it feels so good when you live too.
Oh,
Jump
not
in
only
and-
did he live, they chased down kills. 2 members of Dig down. Enables them to even
Wow.
clean up Zion as well. Dig didn't wait for Zion to split push up there either. Zion rushed this, bum rushed that inhibitor. Able to get it down before he died, but it's a huge comeback for EG. 2 more giant losses for Dig at Baron.
Very, very big play. And I think EG gets out of that with full Baron as well. Dignitas' Baron was kind of wasted out. They died after. Shiphtur was one of the only ones to come out with it. So now EG can use full pressure here.
Oh, Dragon comeback
Wow.
as well.
They're
They
level
need to get,
18,
Krepo
17
actually
too,
should
so
get
that's
close to
defensive
this.
dragon.
He needs comeback experience. Krepo should, yeah, there we go.
He's level 14. Never mind. The average may not be up there yet, but I'm pretty sure it's quite close to that Baron Gold now. 10-14. A little bit of repel on the left side of your screen. You can see Dignitas moving. Power in numbers as they make their way through the jungle. This gets scarier and scarier because it becomes we have to force our situations now, and that could be tilty.
Also, you have to worry about late game Twitch nowadays here.
Ouch.
I mean,
7-2-2 Altec.
you've got Draven who caps out on items faster
Yep.
than any other AD carry due to the passive. So KiWiKiD was the man of the rift for the beginning of this game, but he's maxing out much quicker than Altec will, and Altec can hit everyone when he pops the rat-tat-tat.
There's a jump on. A Black Shield does not cancel the lead to you, but the damage, not so much. We get a good clear out. Dignitas now trying to re-dictate where the game should be going. ZionSpartan, however, with the team now, the teleport's not really coming into use.
Yeah, they really just don't have that power anymore to be able to push EG around. They have to be worried about the ambushes from Altec. They have to be worried about these shockwaves. If they get locked up at all, any Oriana delivery system here, whether it's InnoX or Snoopeh, they'll get obliterated because Altec is huge now. He's almost going to complete that Infinity Edge too. That's going to be the kicker there for EG. Once they can get an Infinity Edge Twitch
close
in the back.
7-2-2. Altec did, like you said, did not have a good early game, but first time on the LCS stage, keeping his mind in it and knowing that the late game can still be a spot where EG can come back to this one. Old EG, where was old EG? 55, 60 minutes, always. They love this part. They live for it. We'll see what they can do. InnoX to the top lane now. They got to be careful, but both teleports stand next to each other, so they'll be coming in at the same time as well, with the ability also to cancel each other's. KiWiKiD now looking like they could try to pinch for this turret. Those outer turrets get scarier and scarier to guard as the game goes on.
Yeah, that bottom lane minion line is actually pretty close to working on Nexus turrets. So Dig doing a good job of pressuring the other side of the map. They might be able to get a Nexus turret killed by minions if they stay here long enough. And EG would rather give up the secondary turret than the inhibitor, or the Nexus turret.
They still have good wave clear. Having that turret down in the bottom, so hurting right now. Rather inhibitor, but it just respawns. KiWiKiD going a little crazy just to get 2 shots onto the turret here. 40 minutes in, 407 to 439 in that mid lane as they have been farming their faces off throughout this one. And now 4,000 gold lead only for Dignitas. That has fluctuated so much, but the entire game with EG being down, they have won multiple fights.
And Altec has just killed off the last of the super minions bottom, so the inhibitor respawning should be even there unless Zion runs his base straight up. Dignitas could go for the exposed inhibitor and straight 5v5, but even in those confined spaces, having to go through that entrance to get in the base cuts them off. That's a choke point that Pobelter can use for his Orianna. And with Snoopeh being able to use the invisibility and the upgraded lead from Kha'Zix, he can deliver that ball to anyone he wants to. Gonna have to see if Dignitas start upgrading more sweepers, start bringing some pink wards to the team fight, because if they can actually cut Snoopeh off and stop the delivery of Orianna's ball, then they will have a much better chance in these team fights. They've really been, the problem has been being locked up by Shockwave while being attacked by Altec from the backlines. If they can do something, get some true sight, and cut off Snoopeh's initiation.
Surfing.
KiWiKiD always with the swag.
Yeah. Swinging backwards.
That happens when you hit full item.
This way.
That's the Draven new passive. Full item Draven.
Follow me. 7-5 on the turrets right now. They look to pick up a few more. 11 in total on the map, so they only need to go through 4 more if they even choose.
What do you think, Riv? What are the odds on Baron number 3 for Dig? 3rd time's a charm.
This is going to be big. I don't know. Snoopy's got his smite on top. Crumbzz was ready for that. You got to imagine there's the execute there as well as your damage. Crumbzz smited early, so I don't know. Dig is definitely feeling the pressure.
As I said, I haven't seen Crumbzz use the new Elise.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
that's right.
You know, he loves the champion. He's played it a lot. Not sure if he was quite used to the changes to the damage. He has gone with the new build, the cooldown reduction build, full tank. So the execute damage is not what it was. If you mess that combo up and you think you're getting more out of your bite, then you will mistime your smite, as you see.
Yep. Good rhyme. Oh, he takes the ride. Crumbzz is there too. Zanya's, wait a minute, here comes the teleport in now. KiWiKiD taking Baron damage. That's canceled out. There's gonna be a kill though. Shiphtur giving help to KiWiKiD here as they get back around. I don't know, I'm now gonna answer you. Actually, no, I'm not, because here comes EG. They're on the other side of the Baron. This is gonna be another attempt. 42 minutes in, a 3rd one of the game. Dignitas, KiWiKiD missing out to death sentence. Baron is still there, going down quite slowly. It looks like they are going to just grit their teeth and hold off on this one. Now we're getting the Baron boogie. Nobody inside holding Baron's health. Quick on the regen. KiWiKiD is going for the turrets before he even stops the regen here. Baron's back to full.
All right, they scare him off Baron. 4v5. Oh, re-engage. They're in the pit. This is great. Shockwave plus rat-a-tat-tat here from
He's got the ball.
Dignitas got to be careful.
Oh, there's the Baron. This is going to be huge. If they can get in the base, Shiphtur's got the Lich Bane. That's huge. ZionSpartan and KiWiKiD are getting shredded by Command Shockwave. That's going to be on the outside. Altec getting a great spray and pray through the team. Look at the HP bars of Dignitas as they scurry for home.
So they got another good shot. However, one person for Baron, definitely worth it for Dig. So they did come out ahead. Third time's the charm. However, a dragon at this point is worth almost as much as Baron. So consolation prize going over to EG. Really, the only thing they have to worry about is the actual stats from Baron, which are huge, especially on Jax, who makes use of both damage and ability power. Snoopeh actually gets out of this alive, by the way, after jumping past all the damage because of that shockwave from Pobelter lining everyone up. Shiphtur saves Zion barely there with the shield plus ulti. He was one shot from dead.
Let's see how Dignitas decides to use this one. The last few Barons have kind of fizzled out. Dig lost their last one. EG kind of used it to regain control of the map once Snoopeh stole it. And now with Dignitas having it back, do they regain control, force this bottom inhibitor, or try to go for it? Shiphtur now with the Lich Bane, they're going to start taking down stuff pretty darn fast.
All right, looks like they're just trying to get KiWiKiD more farm, even though he's got max items. More adoration. He loves the fans. Play to the crowd.
Slow play right now coming from EG. They know they can't start to pressure anything with that Baron being used by Dignitas. So with the push up, we do have Pobelter on that blue buff, and he should be quite effective. Snoopeh was not able to carry the ball in last time, but I think that was a good thing because they had a very good split and eye on Snoopeh, so they were going to quickly disengage. Here we have EG now pressuring onto a Baroned up Dig. I just said I didn't think this was going to happen, but EG is pulling out all the stops. They know they have the power.
So they're going with a dual split once again.
Could be the base.
Two-pronged attack from Dignitas, but EG are going to go for the Nexus. There's only one Nexus turret as well.
Got backs here.
For Evil Geniuses. Canceling the backs for Zion at least, because they want to get one inhibitor in answer. Evil Geniuses are continuing to press for the Nexus, though. We may have a base race.
That is going to be an inhibitor. They do have some of it going down. ZionSpartan's going to decide to back, though. He quickly puts himself behind Vision. Krepo very, very low. Zion enters back into the base. They are going to start chasing Dignitas, or Dig is going to start chasing EG out. And it looks like Zion's going to have a little bit of fun. Stopped now by InnoX with the teleport instantly.
Okay, so they do still have the two Nexus turrets. However, Krepo going down. Oh, Zion's going to cut them off.
This is beautiful. Jump right onto Pobelter. He threw the ball. It's only to take off. Beautiful Zanya on the counter-strike. He was taken off that Banshee's veil. Right back to the leap strike. A bonk on the head. InnoX and Snoopeh down to half health. That was a huge hit. The volatile spider pretty much killing everyone. On the backside, KiWiKiD throwing out the axes. A kill for everyone around the board there.
And Dignitas come up huge in the late game. Dual split, defend successfully at their Nexus turrets. They kill Krepo. Huge win for Dignitas.
A game that can definitely be looked at again to fix a few mistakes on both sides, but hard fought, and the Nexus is what counts. Dignitas picks it up at 47 minutes against Evil Geniuses.
Strong ending from Dignitas, and they are laughing at their own mistakes.
Yeah.
They knew that they had the game in hand at the beginning, and they almost let it slip through their fingers. But in the end, they made the play when it counted.
Crazy stuff. I almost don't know what to say. So back and forth. KiWiKiD, PewDiePie, using the power of the braid in this one. Trying to come out strong. A huge early game from Dignitas, but definitely a different style of game we saw from EG today. A lot stronger in that play.
Got to give a shout out to Snoopeh for that Baron steal.
Absolutely.
Pretty good getting it back in the game.
That really stalled out a lot of Dignitas' power.
Dignitas, though, they are looking extremely strong in the lane phase now. Definitely a big takeaway from this game. So you still have to be worried about the early game.
Right. The rest of the games can't go like that. That was definitely a stressor. There's one of those games where you are happy, but you're kind of sighing like that shouldn't happen.
Scar already heading over
to
coach. Give him a little chat. Everybody saw smiles still because they know what the mistakes were. They were just so far ahead that it was okay.
I think EG played a very strong game. InnoX to come back the way he did at 6-4-6, at one point getting soloed out.